Hey, welcome to Day 4. Day 4 begins in Slateport with another submarine being stolen. I enter the Flying Team Purity and finally formally meet the leader, Constance. While the rest of Team Purity heads off to the Cave of Origin, he holds me back with a battle. Most Team Purity fights aren't exactly that big of a deal, but damn, Constance came into play. His Tauros is weak to anime and goes down pretty quickly, but his Alakazam was the problem. It had all the different punches and basically had everything it needed to sweep most of my team. The only semi-answer I had were Willow and Muerte, who could live a Psychic and do some damage to it. But I was mainly banking on a crit from Willow to take him out because Muerte was really hit or miss with actually taking out Alakazam. We do eventually defeat his Alakazam and quickly get through the rest of his team. Constance flees and we hit the Pacifilage town, which now holds the gym after Sootopolis sank. Before we can enter, I'm stopped by Saf, who challenges me to a Mach 5 battle. He opens up with his Family Guy's Maushold, and I take him out with Strider. His next Pokemon is Basculegion. He gets confused from his outrage taking out Widow, but falls to Honey's Fickle Beam. He sends out Houndstone, and it falls to Muerte's Revolution Dance. Next up is his own Oricorio, who takes out Muerte with a Hurricane. So I send out Strider, and Mega Evolve him, taking him out with a Water Shuriken. His final Pokemon is Meowscarada, that uses her Moon Prism power to Mega Evolve and quickly defeats Strider. So I send out Boo, and with a Stomping Tantrum, we defeat Saf. With Saf's defeat, we can enter Juan's Krabby Gym. As far as I can tell, this is a completely original gym made for this mod, and it's a real fun gimmick of positioning yourself so the currents take you to where you need to go, so you can activate more bridges to eventually reach Juan. Juan's battle begins with his Armaldo. I open up with Muerte, who I had planned to sweep with and take it out with a Revolution Jams. He then sends out Kingler, and I get the brilliant idea to swap to Honey, who admittedly does get some due damage, but the giant enemy Crab defeats Honey and Muerte comes back out to sweep his entire team. Hell, the guy couldn't even Mega Evolve his Crawdont. With the Crustacean badge acquired, I then run into Constance, who then prowls on and on about purity and types, and how Terapagos is going to prove him right. He then walks off, dropping a Master Ball, because that's just something you casually drop, along the way, and I head to the sunken Sootopolis for our final confrontation.
So yeah, Sans showed up at some point while I was heading towards the Cave of Origin, and I thought you could hit him with a Master Ball. Turns out you can't, and you have to beat him, and that was really hard, so he beat my team. I just want to talk about Sans being there for a little bit.
I enter the Cave of Origin, blasting through the Paradox Pokemon and Team Purity, and eventually reach the bottom floor for one final battle with Constance. I Mega Evolve Strider and take out his Tauros. He then sends out Alakazam, and I miss my Hollow Purple, leading to Strider's defeat. Widow comes out and finally gets that crit that would have been so good the first time we fought Constance. And up next is Aerodactyl. I send out Chomper, knowing Kaiju is super effective against flying, and take out the Mega with an Earthquake, which is a really weird sentence to say. His Nidoking defeats Chomper and Boo, and Muerte comes out and take it out with a Revolution Jance, and his final Pokemon is Rhydon. It's a bit of a pain to take out with who I have available, so I revive Strider to get us the win. Even with his defeat, Terapagos begins to transform. As it shows its new form, to Constance's horror, it is composed of every single type. Too many, if you ask him. With his beliefs shattered, he disbands Team Purity and leaves me to catch Terapagos and head to Moss Deep to battle Tate and Liza. They just recently kicked Clay out, and he was definitely not happy about it, battling me to take out his rage, I guess. We defeated him pretty quickly, and I just don't feel like talking about this fight. He uses the gun type, and he can Mega Evolve his, Archelodon and became like a giant gun. That's the most interesting thing about the fight, honestly. Back to Tate and Liza, they utilize the Space type, which apparently is very effective against a fuck ton of my team. I'd love to give you a true breakdown of how this fight went down, but I was losing a lot, so I was kind of just speeding through, trying different team strategies to see what could work, and eventually, they have a Luma, and I use Fickle Beam on it, and I don't know if I hit something on my controller or the Fickle Beam interacted weirdly, but it completely reset my game. So I basically had to do everything all over again. I didn't record because I was like, oh, I don't want the footage to be so long, but I could have just paused it looking back on it. And so we go through everything again. I reached Tate and Liza, and I completely forgot to record when we actually beat them. To be fair to me, not really to be fair to me, just to explain what happened, I was doing another one of my attempts to see just what would work, and suddenly everything kind of just started working out with Boo and Honey to where we beat their Luma and their Mega Metagross, getting ourselves the Orbit badge. So yeah, that's my bad. Sorry about that one. Hey, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all on the final day. Bye-bye.